Honestly, I can't tell you how happy I am to have a diagnosis on this first gen 1998 Toyota Tacoma four-wheel drive. Has a 3.4 liter V6. Here's the drive shaft here. Before I removed it, I marked everything, including the where the drive shaft attaches to the rear differential and the front transfer case. And I marked all this so we can get it all back together. But I just removed it. The carrier bearing is kind of wiggly, and the rubber seems to be going out, you know, getting worn. But 250,000 miles, I'd say they did pretty good. And no catastrophic failure, just a little vibration. But I've been trying to hunt this down. The tires have been balanced. It has a lift. It came in with a lift, so just like a 2-inch lift, 2.5. So I didn't know if maybe the lift was doing it. You know, we still have remains to be seen to get this back on and, you know, have all the U-joints replaced and see if it goes away. But I think it will, based on, I found a few joints that were stiff and felt funky when I rotated around. A few of them felt really free when I would move them back and forth, and a few of them were really sticky. So we definitely want to rebuild that. But I was trying to hunt down where this came from, that vibration, and I thought it was maybe the torque converter. And I did a tranny flush or tranny fluid exchange with a filter, and that didn't do anything. And it seemed like everything I tried didn't do anything. And now we know it's the rear drive shaft. But like Royal Auto says, I'll attach that video that he did. He had a Tacoma came in, it had tires and lift put on, lift removed. Long story short, he removed the drive shaft, went for a drive, vibration was gone. His was at a higher speed. Mine was at 20 to 30 miles per hour. I don't know what was up with that. That's just when I would get mine. And which is really annoying, because every time around town, I was waiting until I hit above 20, and then when I got outside of 30, it would smooth out. So it was really annoying, because a lot of your driving in town is between 20 to 30 miles per hour. So here's the truck. I could lift it up, but I have to admit it felt really wrong to drive the truck around without a rear drive shaft. So there it is. And now I'll give you an update when I get the drive shaft in. If you like this kind of stuff, like and subscribe. And I just wanted to give a shout out to thank you, Royal Auto. I mean, I'm just kind of a mechanic who likes to work on, or a non-mechanic person who likes to turn wrenches on his own vehicles when it's something I can do. And man, I would have never thought of the rear drive shaft, just wasn't quite on my radar. So awesome. Thank you. And in the details, the description, I'll put a link to his original video. So now I know my drive shaft is the culprit. I've got a few of these joints in here that are a little sticky. Like this one feels pretty good, but I think it was this. Oh yeah, this one feels all stiff. I can barely turn it. So there's something going on in there. These felt okay. The carrier bearing definitely had some play in it. So anyway, there we are. Just went for a drive without a rear drive shaft. I would have never thought to do that in a million years. All right, but put it in four-wheel drive. I put it in four-wheel drive before I started the car, so the rear output shaft isn't spinning like crazy. So I put it in four-wheel drive, started the vehicle, backed out, and drove down the highway. Pretty awesome. All right. Hope you guys are all doing well, and hope this was useful. And I'll be sure to give an update. I have new parts coming, U-joints and things, carrier bearing coming for this, and we're going to get those put in. If you like this kind of stuff, like and subscribe. And then I will give an update once this is all put back together if the vibration stayed away. Well, I'm driving the Tacoma without any rear drive shaft right now to see if I got rid of the vibration by removing the rear drive shaft, to see if the vibration is coming from the rear drive shaft. And usually around 20 to 30 miles per hour, this thing would be shaking. Nothing. Completely smooth. Excellent. Thank you, Royal Auto. He showed this. I've been trying to hunt down this vibration. Thought it was maybe a torque converter. And it is coming from the drive shaft, the rear drive shaft. Excellent. So I unhooked the rear drive shaft completely, removed it, both portions, including the carrier bearing, and put it in four-wheel drive before I started the vehicle, and as he recommended. And now I'm driving using the front wheels to pull it along, and I have no vibration. I'm so happy. Now I know I need to go after the drive shaft, the rear drive shaft. And upon removing the rear drive shaft, a few of the U-joints felt sticky. The carrier bearing felt a little worn, but awesome. Now I know for sure I need to rebuild the drive shaft and all the U-joints and the carrier bearing. I'm so happy about this. This is interesting. The drive shaft wobble on this didn't happen at high speeds, but it happened at lower speeds from like 20 to 30. So here we go. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Before, you could feel the cab shaking, the steering wheel would shake, the seat would shake. Now we have nothing. Excellent.